All right. Come on, y'all. Let me get my lips together. Excuse me. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. My name is Marian E. King, owner of Empty Nest LLC. Doing introducing chatbots. Okay, all right. Um, Empty Nest LLC. I am now operating in the space of transportation consulting, administrative transportation consulting. So I work with those who want to start their own independent dispatching businesses, those who need assistance in finding, excuse me, carriers, owner operators, and needing assistance in the administrative roles of um, sales leads and brokering, and those who want to start their transportation businesses, um, and cold calling lead generation businesses. Um, I've been in this particular role for the last 3 years. I have learned a lot. I have grown a company from $0 to over $400,000 a year. So it is time for me to continue to help others in that capacity. That company is running, moving, and doing their thing. And I am now operating fully in the space that I wanted to be in. So today I want to talk to you all a bit more about starting your own cold calling lead generation businesses. All right. I have created something where you can start yours. I teach you about it, what to do, give you all the information on it. I've done all the research and everything for you. Why companies here? Oh shoot. I don't know what's happening, but hopefully y'all can see me. But anyway, starting your own cold calling and lead generation business blueprints. Okay. When I started in this, one of the things that I was doing once I got into it is I realized that there were a lot of people who either did not want to, did not know how to, um, do cold calling. Okay. So in the transportation space, thank you so much, y'all work. Um, I created an ebook for them to find leads, create their own leads. Thank you so much. How to overcome objections, how to interview, and what to say to a broker the first time that they were making contact. Um, I realized really quickly that in this role, there's a lot that needs to be learned. And being someone who came from a customer service sales space where I actually started from the entry level, which is on the phones, and worked my way up until I got where I wanted to be, which was in training and recruiting. So, in training, as a trainer, you have to figure out, watch, realize what works and what to teach people. Um, and you also have to observe customers and clients, so you can be successful. You can be the company or clients that are working with you will trust you, and know that you will be very instrumental in the success of their businesses, and also the business and company that you're working for. They want to make sure that they are providing people who are seeing success for their companies as well. So in my business, that is what I have been doing. I've been teaching people how to start and run their own dispatching businesses. I believe highly in cultivating, excuse me, relationships, and helping people get where they need to be, and are knowledgeable in what they need to have in order to see success in their business. That is all I can do. That is all I can pour into, because the rest is actually up to the people who are operating in the space. If you don't make contact every day, if you don't work in your business, if you don't practice integrity, if you're not a self-starter, those are things that I can tell you about, but I cannot force you to do them. As an entrepreneur, one of the biggest things that you have to be is a go-getter and a self-starter. But you can have people like me who will put you in position, because a lot of times we don't move and shake because we feel like we are ill prepared. And I am one of those people that pours it all into you and also operates and has a space where you can continue to get assistance. So I came on yesterday and I did cold leads. I dropped leads off for about 2 hours at two separate times yesterday. I'm actually going to do that again immediately after this live. But I did begin to get messages and emails because I told you all several months back that I was, going to be a person that if you needed somebody to run your business or you needed somebody, to do cold calling, you were somebody that wanted to continue to work or still needs to work, that, hey, we can have a conversation and you can pay me to find somebody to help you run your businesses as well as train them. So yesterday when I was dropping off the leads, there were people like, hey, will you do this for me? And I'm training people and I'm starting businesses because I've been also talking about pivoting. And one of the biggest things that people can do is start their own cold calling and lead generation businesses. The reason is it's something that never goes out of style. There's never downtime. There's never, it's not falling off the map. There are actually small companies and huge companies who set aside hundreds and thousands of dollars to pay people to cold call them, to pay people to generate a lead for them. And okay, I love it. I've actually done that. And I created a blueprint. The blueprint, like I said, when I first got into transportation, when I was not, when I didn't have a carrier yet, um, and I was still working, I used the things that I did in corporate America. Um, or what I would, when things weren't going well, I used what I was doing in corporate America and what I had provided those people for myself. So I realized really quickly, especially in the administrative transportation roles, I call it that because that's what we do. We are the administrator. We make the calls, we keep the information, we keep the organization, we do all of those things. In addition to, I realized that there's a lot of people that, like I said, didn't know how or did not want to cold call. So what I did was I put together a package and I said, hey, for you dispatchers and for you freight brokers that don't want to cold call or don't know what to say, hey, I will do it for you. So I began to do that. Created a contract. I got into contractual agreements with people and I did it. I set myself up where I could make daily money, weekly money, biweekly money, monthly money. However, I wanted to do that. So there were times where a lot of the money that was made was right now. It was I had a lead, nobody had it or wanted it, and I would come on and go into different spaces and say, hey, I have a lead for somebody who's looking, because the people who were in a contractual agreement, they had a little bit. Some of them had more specifics. Some of them will be like, hey, I just want refrigerated only. I just want drive-in. I just want, now these are things that I do help you break down because we have to be realistic about some things. And you do not want to be the person that puts yourself out there that says, oh, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Because some of these leads will take weeks, some of them will take months. And those are conversations that you will have because, again, for those who know me and those who don't, I'm all about an interview process. Once I have a conversation with you and you tell me what your needs are, and I give you the reality of the industry, if we cannot come to an agreement, I am not going to agree to work with you. I don't care how much money you have because you have already let me know that you're going to be a problematic client. Because if you come to me with unrealistic expectation, and I am someone who is the SME, I'm the subject matter expert, and you don't want to receive what I'm saying, then you're not my ideal client because that means that you're going to be, bad mouthing me. You're going to be calling me, texting me, emailing me every hour on the hour. Do you get it? Did you have it? Did you find it? Did you? And we don't have to deal with that. All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that today. I want to talk to you all about that opportunity because, again, I was getting messages and emails yesterday like, hey, I would like that. Can you do it for me? And I do have people that I am training and want to continue to train. And now I'm going to collect all of those people who are wanting that done. And as I train people, with the availability, I will be also able to provide them with at least one client as soon as they are done. But even if I don't have any clients, it's going to be so thorough. I'm going to tell you how to find them regardless. Okay. Because we never want to be dependent on somebody. Um, I am trying to find some carrier, but they just hang up on me. All right, Matt. Um, in a moment, we'll discuss that because I want to see what you are doing and saying. Also, for those who are, all right, so you are going to be one of those people who need to get my ebook, My Homeboy Said, blocked. Um, because I created that book for those who don't know what to do, what to say. For those of you who've been following for a while, you were on live. We had a guy come on. Hello. One day he had been in business. He had been at the dispatching business for 3 years, and he had not gotten one client. Yes, you may have watched the videos, but you still may need the ebook because you need the play by play. The videos, I don't think any of the videos, or maybe it might have all the information, but there's something that you are missing because the people are hanging up on you and not even listening to what you're saying. Like I said, in a moment, I'm going to ask you what you're saying and we'll see how I can assist you. But people are wanting to um I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, the cold calling businesses. There are people who can do this. Again, I talk a lot about pivoting. Starting your own cold calling and lead generation business can help you even if you continue to work. Because one thing about the cold calling and lead generation business is you work that when you want to. So if you have a client that are just wanting clients and you work, let's say Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Well, when you get off work, you can always contact our California people, where it's still 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and secure that lead and secure your bag. All right. So this is something that I'm going to continue to push because again, it is something that works for those who want to hire people and just get the residual income. It works for those who still work, who can do it at their own pace. And it is something that is always going to be making money in the way that you need it to do for you. So what I talk about and have in the blueprint is, what to do, what to say, how to price, um, how to be comparable in the marketplace. I've done all of the research, made all of the calls on to businesses who outsource. A lot of us get frustrated when we are frustrated with a product or service and we're trying to contact them and we're getting people from overseas. I see a lot of complaints about that. So I went deep diving into that to see what they're doing, what they're saying, why they're being paid, why isn't the business staying where the business is located. And I found out all that information. So I set it up also where you can be, like I said, comparable in the marketplace, where you can charge maybe $1 to $2 more, but not to the extreme where people here don't want your business. They're going to continue to outsource. How to set it up, how to operate, and how to move in it. So everything that you're going to need to be successful, when you complete that, you'll actually be ready to make money right then. I call them to know, do they have available trucks or not? Are they pretty much booked up or not? Matt, are you a dispatch? What's your role? Because that's definitely going to get you hung up on. Um, so yeah, I wanted to speak a little bit more about that. So if you are someone who is interested in that, the program is actually $750. However, on my birthday, which is Sunday, October the 9th, it is going to be 47% off because I'll be 47. Okay. So it'll be $350 and some change. All right. So if you want to get that, again, it provides you with everything that you need. And if necessary, okay, I may create a space, for those who may need conversation. But it has everything that you need, what to say, who to call, all of the things. Um, So again, if you are somebody who wants to run their company but wants to hire people because you want to still work, please send me an email, support@empteenest.com. Let us get you set up with a consultation. The free consultation is 15 minutes. Okay. Anything after that is an hour and $150 an hour. Okay. Um, I am the involvement team member, and my job is to involve the carriers of they have available trucks. I have never heard of an involvement team. But if you're working for a company, please have your manager contact me, because clearly there is a work that I can do that will turn this thing around for that business. Um, Even as an involvement team, even if I had ever heard of that, if you contact me and you're asking me, do I have trucks available or not, or am I booked up or not? I need to know what else you're doing, what else you're saying, because explain to me an involvement team member. I see you say that your job is to involve the carriers. The way that you're typing is not translating properly. I don't know if you're trying to type fast. I don't really know what you're doing. But I am the involvement team member, and my job is to involve the carriers of they have available trucks. That's not telling me that you're involving anyone. So I'm not sure. And watching my videos, which is teaching dispatchers, and you're an involvement team member. Again, is this something made up? Is this something for a company? Is this something that you all, because there's a lot of stuff going on here where people are trying to put these titles on things so people don't hang up on them or they don't want to dispatch it. So I'm trying to understand, because there's definitely some assistance needed. All right. So you all, this is what I'm going to do. Again, I've already dropped off the email. On the 9th, I'm going to continue to talk more about this. That is when the course will be on sale. I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to come right back, and I'm going to drop off leads, and I'm going to have this conversation. Well, actually, I'm going to finish with Matt because I don't want to cut him off, but I'm really trying to gather an understanding, but I don't want this to be an extremely long video. I want people to just hear about the cold calling option, and then we roll forward. So I'm going to answer him and then come right back. As a matter of fact, he'll be able to come back because he's taking a bit long. So I'll be right back, y'all.